What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So another week working on the gray car, trying to get stuff right. So finally we have an alternator. See it right up here, ICT billet bracket with the tensioner and all that, and the belt that I bought with the came with the power steering pump. All that stuff fits perfectly. So it actually wasn't too bad of a job. Since this car is motor plated, I got very lucky that the spacing of the first plate of this guy right here happened to be the exact distance from the head to the back of the motor plate, including the plate. So the plate butts right up to the back of the motor plate, and then from there on, all I had to do was drill one hole through the motor plate, notch the motor plate for one of the bolts for the main, this back plate here, and then I had to shorten up a bushing by 1/4 inch, the thickness of the motor plate. And it fit perfect, fits like a glove. So turned out good. The belt is in line, excellent. So I think we got a real good setup here. I'm super proud of it. It looks nice, you can see there, the belt looks pretty good. Everything seems to be straight. So we're looking good. I got to buy a new thermostat end here, like 30 bucks, no big deal. The one that the big bend on it, like the factory style one, will hit the belt. So can't use that, so I'll just get a straight one and that should be all right. And other than that, I kind of started laying out some fuel line stuff. I just got old line that I took off the red car right away, just kind of thrown up here, but I mounted the regulator right here, kind of facing backwards, and I'll do some 180s going up to the rails. And I'm kind of thinking that this one, I got a longer legged fitting coming here for this, but this line's gonna come right down behind the power steering pump, kind of just like that. And this one, it's kind of got to go over the top of the throttle body, which I don't know if I'm a fan of, but once I get the right fitting for it, I'm going to explore my options a little bit, because I don't know if I'm quite a fan of that. And I ordered stainless steel here before I went to Arizona, and of course it got lost in shipping. My plan was to weld the entire turbo kit this weekend, but that's not going to happen. So now all I'm going to try to do is get this V-band on this manifold right here. So I'm just going to get this welder set up. I already kind of ground these up. They were about as rusty as you could ever imagine when I started, maybe looking more like that across the whole thing, but now they look pretty good. So I'm going to get them babies on there, try to tack them in. I've never ever done manifolds before, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. Just going to wing it, see what happens. So you can see here, got this V-band just kind of duct taped on so it fits right. I'm not sure if that's how the pros do it or not, but I've kind of noticed with using magnets, sometimes it distorts the arc, and so didn't want to do that. So this will work, I guess. Just got to tack one side and quick tack the other side, and we'll see how it goes. I'm no pro at this, so I'm just kind of going to wing it, but I did ask Nathan Shaw any tips, and he just told me heavy chamfer, pulsed when you're going across it, heavy tacks, and just got to move to the other side quick or some of the tacks will pop. So that's what we're going to try. Hopefully it works out good. Got the Miller Diversion 180 fired up and ready to rip. Let's do it.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. Inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can.
Well, that actually worked pretty good, I say. Didn't even melt the duct tape. But we're tacked up on two corners. So now I'm gonna go over and tack this corner, tack the other corner, and start buzzing all the way around it. So that actually went pretty well. I'm very happy with it. They're all welded on. Even got a little bit of color up in there. They turned out pretty dang good. You can see this one's the same way. I'm no pro welder. I'm more of a machinist, but you can't machine V-bands on. So welding it is, and I'm very happy with that. It was a solid performance for myself. Also, one other thing, and my dad actually did it while I was in Arizona, but he painted the engine bay of the gray car. As you can see here, it looks absolutely awesome. And he painted this plastic piece. Clean up the intercooler and that'll match nice. Yeah, so the engine bay is looking pretty good in this thing. Aside from my tool mess, but the gray car's moving. We're getting ready. My fuel hat will be here on Monday, so then I can do fuel system stuff. So I'm super stoked about that. But as far as right now, I'll pick back up on this later today. I am on the way to work on the red car. So back here with the exhaust manifolds for the gray car, I took them to work and bead blasted them. Our bead blaster is kind of shitty. It doesn't really like leave the right finish. But there was a little bit of material kind of hanging up in here that was just rust flaking off. And so I polished out the insides, bead blasted the whole thing. So at least now I got all the rust off. And I got the one hanging up outside. I'm going to get ready to paint them. So let's go ahead and do that. Paint these babies up. Got the headlamp and the GoPro. Let's do some painting. So what I'm using here to do this is it's this VHT high temp engine enamel. It's black, so we'll find out if it works good or not. I think my dad did a set of headers on one of his cars with it, and it seemed to last pretty good. So we'll see if it works good on this. I just painted the first one, and I'm gonna let it sit out there for a little bit and kind of get the other one ready to go. And then I'll bring the one in here so it can dry, and then I'll paint the other one, bring that one in here, and then they can sit overnight, and I'll probably throw another coat on them tomorrow. But this one's up next. Hopefully they look nice. All right, so the other one's dangling, and here's the first one. It actually looks pretty good, I think. Still got tape on it and everything, of course. I'm gonna put another coat on tomorrow, but everything's pretty much covered. Looks nice so far. We'll see. Hopefully they stay looking nice. Let's go do the next one. Well guys, here's the finished product. I'm gonna put another coat on tomorrow, let them dry overnight, but they actually look very nice. I'm very happy with them. Hopefully they stay this way after I start abusing them. Looks like I got a little bit of runs on this one, but not bad on this one anyway. But that should all clear up because I'm gonna paint them once again tomorrow. But other than that, I think they look pretty nice. And then I also got one more big piece of the puzzle today. My fuel hat. So this is a older 4 triple, and it actually only holds pumps this size. This is a 255 liter, and I'm gonna run 450s. So what we got going on here, we're gonna take this boring head and bore these 2 fittings here out so they're the right size for that 450 fuel pump, which is right over here. This thing is about 100 thousandths bigger than a 255. So I'm gonna fit this into these 2 holes, and then we should be good. Let's do it. On to hole number 2. So I'm actually gonna run 3. I'll use the 255 for just cruising around, and I'll have the 2 big ones kick on under some boost. But otherwise, it's a pretty nice piece for what I paid for it. I'm not too upset about it by any means. I'm gonna put some bigger fittings in here because I want to run 8 AN, and then I'll use this 6 AN return right here, take this beat up cap off. Got myself a nice 6-pin weather pack for it. And then I'm actually gonna put the fuel lever sender on too. So hopefully all that works. Might have to do a little bit of modifying in the tank just because these are some pretty big boys and it's tough to squeeze these filters in around this little case, which I'll show you over here. Here's the filter. And there's this little plastic piece in here. And I can't really get all the filters around that. So I might trim a little bit of this out, just give me some more room to work with. But other than that, I think it should go pretty well. I got an idea of how I'm gonna do the battery switch, but the bumper of the gray car will not come off, so I'm going to have to do some little intricate cutting so I don't have to take the bumper off, but the switch will be fully hidden, so you won't be able to see it at all, which I'm stoked about. So I'm going to get on that, but I think that's going to wrap this video up. I appreciate y'all watching. I want to give a huge shout out to my dad, too, for painting under the hood of the gray car. It's kind of messy right now because I've been doing a lot of cutting, but it looks absolutely fantastic. All this stuff just shines so nice. This plastic looks great. It's going to be one really nice piece when I'm all done with it, but we're just chipping away. Struggling away, but chipping away. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. That helps me keep doing what I'm doing, and if you like to see more content like this, I got plenty of it coming. We got a lot of wiring to do. As you can see here, I got some wires strung back there, so lots more to come with the gray car, and I still got some left to do with the red car, so there'll be more videos to come. Thanks, guys.